Have you ever wondered why some of the richest people you know dress in plain clothes and drive old cars? It might surprise you, but nearly 70% of millionaires do not spend money on flashy cars or designer clothes. Instead, they invest wisely and live below their means. This raises a big question. What if looking poor is the secret to financial freedom? In today's world, many people feel pressured to show off their wealth. Social media often highlights the glitz and glamour of success, but research reveals a shocking truth. Over 60% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck, struggling to save. This means that while many are busy trying to appear rich, they are actually falling deeper into debt. In this video, we will explore why looking poor can be your ticket to true wealth. You'll discover the hidden power of modesty, how being underestimated can work in your favor, and why escaping the consumerism trap is essential. We will also dive into silent wealth building and the freedom that comes with minimalism.
So buckle up!
Get ready to rethink what it means to be rich. You might just find that the path to financial freedom starts with looking a little less flashy and focusing on what really matters.
Let's dive in!
Chapter 1. The hidden power of modesty. Most people associate wealth with flashy displays of success. However, keeping a low profile and practicing modesty can actually give you a financial edge. One of the most interesting examples of this comes from Warren Buffett, one of the richest men in the world. Despite his billions, Buffett still lives in the modest home he bought in 1958 for $31,500. His secret? He doesn't spend his money on things that don't add long-term value. By looking poor or modest, you avoid the pressure of keeping up with those around you. This allows you to save more and invest wisely. According to a study by MarketWatch, 60% of Americans don't even have $1,000 in savings because they're spending money trying to appear wealthy. Choosing to stay humble can help you break free from this cycle. The strategy here is simple. Shift your focus from how you look to how much you're saving. When you cut down on non-essential purchases, you build up your financial foundation faster. In fact, research from the Journal of Consumer Research found that people who prioritize modesty tend to save 10–15% more than their peers. It's proof that looking poor has long-term benefits. Chapter 2. The psychology of underestimation. Looking modest or poor can work to your advantage psychologically. People tend to judge others based on appearances, which gives you the opportunity to surprise them. This is where the psychology of underestimation comes into play. By not flaunting your wealth, you keep others from knowing your full potential, making it easier to negotiate deals or move in business circles without attracting unnecessary attention. Robert Greene, in his book The 48 Laws of Power, talks about the importance of appearing less powerful than you are. He calls it the law of concealment and says that when you don't reveal your true assets, you maintain control over situations. This can be an incredibly useful strategy when navigating financial opportunities. For example, a study by Harvard Business School found that people who dressed down in high-end retail stores were often treated with more respect when it became clear they could afford luxury items despite their appearance. The lesson? Looking modest allows you to fly under the radar and keep your options open. It's like holding an ace up your sleeve. Chapter 3. Escaping the debt trap. The consumerism illusion. Many people fall into debt because they're trying to keep up appearances. They buy things they can't afford. Fancy cars, designer clothes, just to look wealthy. But here's the hard truth. Wealth is not about what you show off. It's about what you hold on to. The consumerism trap is real, and it's keeping millions of people from achieving financial freedom. In 2023, CNBC reported that American household debt hit a record $16.9 trillion. Most of this debt stems from buying things people don't need, all to keep up with societal standards. The problem with this is that it locks people into jobs and lifestyles they don't enjoy, just to maintain the illusion of success. Breaking free from this trap requires a mindset shift. You have to stop caring about what others think. Instead of focusing on appearances, think about long-term wealth. As personal finance author Dave Ramsey says, you must gain control over your money, or the lack of it will forever control you. Ramsey advocates living below your means so that you can get out of debt and build real wealth over time. One practical strategy is to adopt what some call stealth wealth. This means quietly amassing wealth without showing it off. People like to keep up with the Joneses, but the irony is, the real wealthy Joneses often don't show it. A study by the Federal Reserve found that those who lived below their means were more likely to have substantial savings and investments, setting them up for financial freedom later in life. If you're finding this information valuable, don't forget to subscribe for more insights on achieving financial freedom. Chapter 4. Silent Wealth Building, the Millionaire's Code. Most wealthy people don't announce their success. They quietly build wealth without drawing too much attention. This is called silent wealth building, and it's a smart strategy for achieving financial freedom. It's not about driving flashy cars or wearing expensive clothes. It's about keeping your financial growth under wraps so you can focus on what really matters. Take the example of the book The Millionaire Next Door by Thomas Stanley and William Danko. They found that most millionaires don't look like millionaires. In fact, they often live in average neighborhoods, drive practical cars, and don't spend money on luxury brands. These millionaires next door quietly accumulate wealth by living below their means and investing wisely. Data backs this up. According to a study by the Spectrum Group, over 70% of millionaires never buy a car worth more than $55,000. Why? Because they understand that a car's value depreciates the moment you drive it off the lot. Instead of spending on things that lose value, they invest in assets that grow over time. One of the smartest strategies for building silent wealth is to automate your savings. Set up automatic transfers to a savings or investment account each month. By doing this, you're consistently growing your wealth without having to think about it. Research from Fidelity Investments shows that people who automate their savings save an average of 6 to 8% more than those who don't. The trick is to keep a low profile and let your money grow quietly. Don't worry about looking rich today. Focus on becoming rich for the future. As the saying goes, live like no one else now, so later you can live like no one else. Chapter 5. Freedom through minimalism. Why less is more. The idea of owning less to gain more has been gaining traction recently. Minimalism is not just a trendy lifestyle, it's a powerful financial strategy. By cutting back on unnecessary spending, you free up more money to invest in things that matter, like your financial future. In The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, Marie Kondo emphasizes that reducing clutter can have a huge impact on your life. This extends to your finances too. By adopting a minimalist mindset, you focus only on the things that bring real value. You stop buying stuff you don't need, and that shift helps you save more. Research supports this approach. A study by the University of Missouri found that people who embraced minimalism saved an average of 20% more than their peers. This isn't just about saving money on things like clothes and gadgets. It's about rethinking what success means. Instead of owning more, minimalists prioritize financial security and freedom. A minimalist lifestyle also reduces mental clutter. When you're not worried about maintaining a high consumption lifestyle, you can focus on building wealth. And the best part? Minimalism teaches you to value experiences and investments over possessions. You'll find yourself prioritizing things like travel, learning, or investing in stocks, things that create long-term joy and growth, not short-term thrills. Financial minimalism means simplifying your expenses and maximizing your savings. You don't have to live an extreme lifestyle. Small changes make a big impact. For instance, cutting back on dining out or canceling subscriptions you don't use can free up hundreds of dollars each month. That's money you can put into investments that grow over time. If you enjoyed these insights and strategies, be sure to subscribe for more tips on how to achieve financial freedom and redefine your success.